Minority in Parliament are alleging that up to 60 infrastructure projects are said to be suspended or cancelled by Ghana's quest to get an IMF program. Government has so far not announced any specific programs or projects which will be affected by the deal, despite hoping that a deal could be raised by the end of March. Minority Chief Whip Governs Kwame Agbaja says his side are aware of some meetings held at high levels of government to cancel or suspend up to 60 projects. He says there has been no transparency around this decision-making.
The government have decided belatedly to go into IMF. But the arrogance of Dr. Bawumia and Ken Ofori-Atta and their opaque way of doing things is such that nobody knows exactly what they are taking to the negotiation. As we speak, we have a situation where Dr. Bawumia and Ken Ofori-Atta are the only ones probably who knows what they are negotiating. All they want is to decide that Ghanaians should pay a certain amount of money from their private sources to save them, which is the issue about the debt restructuring, which people are pushing against heavily. But there are other significant parts of the negotiation that are not known to Ghanaians, which are creating big anxiety, not only in Ghana, but across the globe. As we sit here, I'm aware that series of meetings have taken place with a close group of people in NPP, close to President Akufo-Addo, where allegedly about 60 projects and programs are going to be either suspended or cancelled. These programs include projects that you and I know about, maybe Obechebi, La General Hospital, Shama, the road between Tamamoto Roundabout and Akosombo Bridge, Adomi Bridge, and many other projects across the country. You'll be surprised that this government actually paid some of the developers 15 to 20% mobilizations. These are foreign companies. They've taken the mobilization, are sitting in their offices drinking tea because government is unable to tell them whether to go ahead because Ken basically said, suspend all these things. So we are probably losing value because they've taken the money in terms of mobilization. They have set up camp, but they're in the office.
Now, according to Kwame Agbaja, up to 3 million jobs could be lost in the construction value chain if government goes ahead with this plan. He also says Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta and Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia do not have the requisite knowledge to be taking such decisions.
And you cannot blame them. This is of no value to the country. And we are saying, what are the principles underlining the selection of the projects NPP want to cancel, suspend, or go ahead? Don't we all have to have an understanding to this? I think we should. And that this lack of understanding creates big anxiety. There are financiers, developers, contractors, subcontractors, suppliers, and even ordinary workers working with these entities who are currently unsure whether they are going to lose their job permanently because some of them have started laying off people. I project that this could lead to job losses up to 3 million people in the value chain, because when there are contractors in this country whose workforce is about 5,000, one person. So imagine 5,000 people spread out to their family size of about 4. The broke man is now coming to give you money to pay your rent.
Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kweku Asante joins us now with further details. Kweku, elsewhere we understand there's a caucus meeting in Parliament on a minority leadership crisis. Fill us in on that.
So, Brace, tomorrow Parliament is set to resume after going on break for a little over a month. And you know about this leadership paralysis, this leadership crisis on the minority front. The party is set today to officially have a conversation with the minority caucus and introduce the new leadership formally. The party wrote to the caucus informing them about this decision. We also know about a letter signed by Dr. Kwabena Donkor addressed to the party, actually signaling the intention of the 72 MPs that they may not attend this meeting because they want the party's Council of Elders, which they have petitioned, to be able to deal with these matters before they will be open to doing this meeting. But our understanding is that the party is insistent that this meeting will go on. Parliament is coming back tomorrow, and there will be no time to meet this new group again. We also know that over the weekend, the former president, John Mahama, met with some of these 72 MPs, including Dr. Kwabena Donkor, who signed this letter and urged them to support the party in making these changes on the floor of the House. And so what the sources are telling us now is that tomorrow, when this new leadership takes place and they sit in the front bench of the minority, some of these 72 MPs who, although had signaled their intention to back the old leadership, will now change the alliance and change and say that, well, this is a decision the party has taken, and although we disagree with the modalities, we want to support them now.
Okay, all right, Kweku. I'm grateful that you could join us with this update from the House.